Hello. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Hello. Doopa-doopa-doo. How's everybody doing today? Hope we're doing good. Oh, something in the park.
Microphones and music.
Oh. Dang. Hi, Fruit Demon. And Juliana Ernie. Hello. And Anka, hello. Hello, hello. How are we doing? Oh, woo.
We're a cat and dog.
Oh, woo. Time to awoo. Hi guys, I'm working on some extras for a back. I'm sure you guys can hear Serena in the background. Bones is feeding everyone.
For the great.
Yeah, exactly. They need... Exactly. Feed them now so they don't bug me through the whole stream. Yeah. I'm working on extras for the Scourge of 9 Point. How's everyone doing today? On this lovely Sunday?
Not feeding the cats though.
No.
Not catching.
That's fair.
I'm feeding them all.
Wait, but they're... Oh, right. Sorry, they're in the one room. Right.
I ain't chasing them down.
That's fair. Dang, I made these tiny.
Tiny.
I made... I just made the canvas really small. Need it.
Okay. And make it.
Oh, true. There. Oh, it won't be so small. Yeah, that's better.
You don't have music on?
I do.
Oh. I'll
It's-
stop judging.
Okay, it's like switching songs right now.
Yeah.
I can turn it up a bit. What software are you using? I am using Procreate on my iPad, which is a software I really like. It's really great for drawing.
Stop.
So if you have an iPad, I think you can also do it on phone. Like obviously there's no like Apple Pencil capability, but you can draw on your phone. Kitty time, exactly. Time for kitties. You guys can help me pick out the fur colors once I'm done drawing them. Do you guys ever, when you're drawing like background extras for your stories, do you come up with little like headcanons about them? Because I do. I always make up a little story. I'm like, okay, so this is like a teenager and he's with his little brother. And they're supposed to be working, but they're slacking off. Supposed to be doing chores. Damn, I need to get an iPad. I use Adobe Fresco and or Illustrator. Oh, nice. I've tried Fresco. It was pretty good. Illustrator is also great. I use it for all my graphic design stuff. Now, because these are extras, I shouldn't get too bogged down in making their designs perfect because they're literally in the background for one panel, so I can't be too much of a perfectionist about this. Oh, and CSP, yeah, I used to use Clip Studio pretty exclusively. But then I got an iPad. And I was thinking of getting Clip Studio for the iPad, but I didn't. It was a subscription, so I was like, I'll just use Procreate because it's a one-time fee, which I much prefer. I've also been trying, what do you call it? Affinity, which is like I guess it's an Adobe competitor. Obviously not all of Adobe because Adobe has a ton of products, but they have an Illustrator that they call Designer or Design. They have a Photoshop program called Photo, and they have an InDesign program called Publisher. But they currently, actually, I'm not sure if it's still on, so don't quote me on this, but they currently have like a 6-month free trial thing going on. So you can try it out for 6 months. So I've been doing that instead of using Adobe because their prices are ridiculous. And I'm liking it so far. I'm not sure if I'll buy it yet. Maybe. I'm currently between jobs, so maybe once I'm working, I'll get a proper copy, but they are programs you can buy outright, I believe. I think they have a subscription option, but you can also buy it outright, so that's nice. But yeah, they're pretty good. Affinity. Subscription format is infuriating. Yeah, totally. It gets so annoying. You constantly, everything is subscription. Because I don't mind subscription if it's an option, because sometimes it makes sense. Sometimes I'm...
You can also grab just like CS5, it still works.
Oh, really? CS5 still works?
CS2 still works.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang. Dang. But yeah. It's nice when it's an option. Because sometimes I'm like, yeah, I'm going to use this for like a couple months and then I won't use it. So a subscription makes sense. Like cost-wise. And I can understand some live services being subscription-based. But programs, it's so frustrating. Especially Adobe, just because it's so expensive. I want to buy something once and own it forever. Totally. OCs forever. I wish more people gave them a chance at conventions. Like cosplaying OCs? What do you mean? I'm curious. Because I've definitely, when I've like had tables at conventions, I've definitely drawn people's OCs. It's been cool seeing more indie shows and stuff take off because those are someone's OCs. Totally. As an artist, Allie's. Oh, I see. Like drawing your OCs and stuff. I know. I feel like you do have to be like a really big creator to be able to sell your OC stuff at conventions. Ugh. If only. I always wonder, I'm asking the wrong crowd because obviously we all have OCs, but I always wonder what people who don't have them, like, what do you do? What do you think about? What do you do when you're not just picturing your OCs doing cute things? When you listen to music, like, what do you do? It's coming up with in the animation world though, and webcomics. Totally. It is really awesome when like a webcomic or an animation gets really big and people get into it. Honestly, one of my favorite things is, I mean, I guess technically where's the line between OC and fan stuff? Because like obviously if you're drawing your own thing, it's your OC. But if you have other people drawing your OCs, it becomes fan work. Because it was like every created character is someone's OC. Someone made them. But I get it. There's like mainstream stuff and then there's indie stuff. Exactly. You mean you aren't constantly imagining your OC story? Right? Thank you. You get me. Okay, there's that guy. This is my cheap way of drawing turnaround sheets. You flip them, and then you erase the inside. These are my pro tips to you, friends. Yes, that is the pro strap. Headcanons make fan characters take on life of their own. Totally, totally. It is very cool seeing how things evolve with like within fandoms. It's always so fun. Oh, like one of my favorite things is I love fan art from books where everyone designs them differently because it's based on, like, obviously characters have descriptions that are like canon within the story, but like the way people interpret them is always really fun. The fun thing with these character turnarounds is like I wouldn't be doing this if Bones wasn't coloring the comic for me these days. 'Cause normally when I'm just doing the art by myself, I'm like, why would I don't know, I guess I treat like they're like background dressing. Because they're just extras. They're essentially part of the setting. But because I'm handing these off to Bones to color, he needs to know what colors to use. And sometimes my background drawings aren't very detailed, so it'll help for him to interpret my scribbles if he has designs to look at. But yeah, normally I just throw extras into the background and kind of build them up as I draw out the scenery. I guess it depends on the extra, because if they're a more important kind of side character, they do need designs. I'm organizing a webcomic. Oh, nice. Tiny kitty. Which is my third attempt and sticking to it for good. I need to find good ways of advertising on social. The thing is, like when you're posting your stuff, it is totally okay to post like 1 billion times. Like, you can be your own like best advocate, you know? And like you have to be. Especially when you're starting out. And like if someone doesn't want to follow you, then they won't follow you if they find it annoying. I say go for it. Just post as much as you can. That's something I need to do that I don't, is like reposting things. Because I'll make a post and then what a lot of people do, which is really smart, is they will either later that day or within the next few days they'll repost it just so that it gets like pushed up in the feed. Because you need to, because like, especially on things like Blue Sky and Twitter, the feed gets filled up so fast, like you need to bring it back to the top. But yeah, I always forget, so I never do it. But I should. I should repost my own stuff. And you should too. But I hope your comic goes well. Are you on Kara? I have made an account. I have not touched it yet, though. I really should. Be shamelessly self-promo? Exactly. See, the best strategy for, like, social media is, like, shamelessly self-promo your stuff and then shamelessly promo your friends' stuff. And if you don't have any friends yet in the art scene, just repost your favorite artists and you'll become friends. Trust me. It's the best way to run your account. So what's everyone up to today? We're working on comics, chilling out, having a good little summer vibe. Okay, this lady, she's just getting dot eyes. She just has that vibe, you know? I'm procrastinating folding my laundry. Oh no. I know that feeling. I'm also procrastinating laundry. Hi, Fruit Demon. Welcome back. I used to be really bad with laundry. But now Bones and I have a system. A laundry system. Where essentially we've just been doing like a small load of laundry every day. We have like different hampers for different types of clothing. Because I used to be the kid who would just like not separate out anything, just throw it all in. But now we separate like based on the material and how thick it is and blah 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 blah. And we just do like a little load every day. And then it's not as daunting to like fold it and put it away. It's like, okay, this will take like 5 minutes, not my whole day. You know? You get me? Because one of our problems... Because Bones and I, we are both very ADHD. So we would put on a load of laundry and then forget it was there. And it would just get stinky in the washer. So now, since we do it every day and we've kind of made it part of our schedule, it's a lot easier. So we don't just forget and make our laundry all stinky. I finished my last day at a 3-day convention in the artist alley. Oh, nice. My knees are non-existent. Yeah, fair. Conventions are so long. Like, they're so tiring. I used to be young. And I could do them. But now I'm just like, oh. It's not worth it. It's so tiring. They're fun, but oh my god. The days are so long. Because they're like over 12-hour days. Sometimes. Last week I learned how to whiten my whites and bought one of those OxyClean things. Oh, nice. That's one thing I need to do more is like whiten my white clothes. Oh my god, my gallery is a mess and I can't find my old drawings. Oh no. Yeah. Are you talking about like a DeviantArt gallery kind of thing? Because I find like with finding files on my computer, I find for the most part I'll organize my files and stuff and like label things pretty well. But old stuff I didn't. I've gotten a lot better with it with time. But old stuff, it's like just like a keyboard smash and I'm like, what is this file? Oh, my tablet gallery. Pfft, sorry. I don't know why I went with DeviantArt gallery. That's me being heckin' old, let me tell you. Okay, I see. You mean like your photo gallery. Got it, got it. Should learn file organization soon. Oh. Okay, the only reason I really started doing better file organization is because at I worked as a graphic designer and my boss would be so tired of me and how I named my files. So I had to learn how to organize them. This lady's up to trouble. She looks like a silly kitty. Fair, maybe I should get a job too. Yeah, just get a boss who will be mad at you. He wasn't mad, he was usually just like... He'd have to ask me where a file was, and so I was like, I should clean up my act here. He was a sweet guy. Yeah, just get someone who also needs to find your files, and then you're good. We all live very thrilling lives. We do. We do. Would you guys ever go to MomoCon in Atlanta? I'd like to do... So we're Canadian, Bones and I. So we've done a lot of Canadian conventions, but I'd like to do American conventions. The only issue is, like, bringing in materials across the border is hard. Like, you either have to ship it in or ship it to a friend and have your friend ship any material back that you don't sell. Because otherwise you have to cross the border with it and then get mad at you. Like, our friends, they were going to a convention, they got all the paperwork they needed to, like, bring all their, you know, be able to go to a convention and sell their work. And they got to the border. And, like, the border guards, or whatever they are, the officers there, they didn't know what to do with them. They just, like, wouldn't let them in, and it caused, like, a hassle, even though they had, like, all the paperwork. I guess they just didn't understand what a convention was or something. I don't know. So yeah, so I'd love to, But I'd have to work on the logistics of everything. Oh my god, that was so off. I don't know how to sing. What Bones and I need to do is just do more cons across, like, Canada. Because we're in Ontario, which is one of the provinces. So we've done, like, a lot of Ontario ones that are, like, you know, within a day's drive kind of thing. But we've never gone, like, out west or out east. Because there's a lot of big... I think there's some big conventions in British Columbia. And we know there's one in Alberta because we have family in Alberta, so we were going to go to the convention and stay with them. But yeah, but there's a bunch of them we need to go to. Can you confirm if Tim Hortons is as good as they say? It's okay. It used to have better coffee, but they got a new distributor, so their coffee isn't as good as it used to be. In fact, McDonald's in Canada has better coffee than Tim Hortons. So...
McDonald's is like a cafe.
Oh yeah, it's not like that in America. Yeah, McDonald's is basically a cafe. Like, they have burgers and stuff, but they also do, like, lattes and coffees, and, like, they're really nice inside. I like the donuts at Tim Hortons. They're good. I may tune in later to see the kitties. Hell yeah. Well, thank you for stopping by. I've never been to a con. They don't have any in my region. It's okay. I don't think I would enjoy it. That's fair. They can be very overstimulating as someone who has sensory issues. Like, I find after a con, it's like I need to go sit in a quiet room and not speak to anyone, kind of thing. It's also hard when you're selling because you have to be kind of like on all day. You have to be selling and personable. Which can be hard. Going to conventions is fun as like a guest. Not a guest, like just a ticket holder, a con goer kind of thing. They're really fun. Because it's easier to like go and sit and have a quiet minute to yourself. Been to 10 different conventions. I can personally say your legs don't work after the final day. It's stressful if you have a friend group. It's not as bad. Totally, yeah. If you're by yourself, it can be really stressful. It's easier to go with friends. I agree. I once did a convention, like, at the table by myself. That sucked. It sucked for, it's sulked. It sucked for multiple reasons, because, like, originally Bones and I were both going, but they made a policy change. Like, it's because, in Canada, it used to be you could use your health card, which is like a... Yeah, it's basically like your government health insurance card. Where you used to be able to use that as ID instead of having like a driver's license, but within the last, like, I don't know, 6-7 years or something, they changed it where you can't use it as valid ID anymore. So then Bones, who only had that, couldn't go to the convention because they were like, yeah, because the government changed the policy, you can't use your health card as ID. And you need ID to be able to be at the table. And I was like, really? Even though I can vouch for this person that he is who he says he is? So I had to table alone, and so it sucked because Bones had been excited to go and then couldn't. And then I had to do it by myself. And also the staff at that con, they like... Because I was by myself, and so it was like a super busy convention. I'm at the table, and a staff member comes by, and I ask, like, hey, like, if I need to, like, run off to get water or go to the bathroom, like, what do I do? I'm at my table alone. And they were like, oh, yeah, just come and get, like, one of the volunteers, and they'll stay at your table. And I was like, but in order to go and get a volunteer, I have to leave my table. Like, what do I do? And they were like, oh, I don't know, just find a volunteer. And I was like, oh my god. So luckily I had friends who were just coming as guests to not as guests, but, you know, attending the con. And so I bumped it. One of them came to the table and I asked if they could stand behind it for me for 10 minutes while I ran off to the bathroom. But yeah, it was not good. It was really tiring. I also... Yeah. It was really tiring. I was so tired at the end of every day. And it was the middle of a heat wave, too. So it was so hot inside the convention center. Oh. That was at that same convention. I was staying at an Airbnb. And I got locked out, like, the first night I came back from the con. Because, I think... I forget what it was. I think, like, he asked the guy who... He rented it out to, like, multiple people. And so, like, he asked us to go through the back. But someone had, like, locked the back gate. and I didn't have a key. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I didn't have a key to the gate. I only had a key to, like, the side door. So I had to, like, call the guy who owned it at, like, midnight to come and open it for me. Airbnbs are so weird. I don't know what they're like now because it's been years since we've used one. But, like... There was one... We booked, like, an actual bed and breakfast for a con. We were going to TCAF, which is the Toronto Comic Arts Festival, which is, like, a big comic event. And we found, through Airbnb, it was an actual B&B. Like, it was this lady who was renting out part of her apartment, and she would make you breakfast in the morning. And she was, like, she was so eccentric. She, like, used to be a singer and a painter, and she had, like, all her paintings and all these, like, fake flowers all over the place. And so Bones and I, we're, like, super quiet. Like, we don't want to talk to anyone when we're at our lodgings, because we're tired. You know, we just went to a convention and we're dead tired. And she kept, like, I don't know. Anytime we'd like be out of our room, she'd like be trying to chat with us, and like it was so awkward when she made us breakfast. Like it was really yummy, and like obviously like we weren't rude. We talked with her and stuff, but like I don't know. I think she didn't like how quiet we were. And with Airbnb, you can leave like reviews for each other. Like the person who owns the place can leave a review of you in case like, you know, someone trashes the place. They can leave a note so that other people are aware. But she said like they're an odd quiet couple. I was like, we're just shy. Because she was like, yeah, usually when people stay here, they go and hang out in the living room and use the kitchen and stuff. And I was like, we're at a convention all day. Like, and when we come, and because we were going to like after parties and stuff too. So we were like, we're just here to sleep. We're here to sleep and shower and leave to go to the convention. I guess the festival. But we also had one, I think it was another year we went to TCAF, where we were at a hotel, but they canceled it. They were like having construction. And they didn't tell us until we got there, so we had to like pick up all our bags and go to a different hotel that they booked us into. It was so weird. And I remember the second hotel, because I forget what it was. It was like a Marriott or Hilton or something. Was like the first one we went to, and then they sent us to some like offshoot I've never heard of. And the inside of our room was like bright green, like a lemon green and like pink. It was really weird. It felt like we were in the 70s. That was also a nightmare because I think they like double charged me or something. I remember I had to call them to like figure out what all these charges were on my card. Ugh. That was a mess. Or there's so many dumb stories from conventions. There was one time Bones and I were at a convention in Hamilton, which is a city in Ontario, Canada. And it has a university campus in the city that's at like the top of a mountain. I don't think it's actually a mountain. Just it's very hilly, you know? Anyways, and so they had a deal on, because it was in the summer, where you could rent out like a dorm room and stay there, and it was like a lot cheaper than booking a hotel room. So you're like, okay, well, we'll go to this convention, and then we can go back to the campus and stay in a dorm room and have like a cheap hotel room. And it was cute. They had like a, you know, it was a dorm room, so it had like two little beds and like a mini kitchen area with like a hot plate. And it had those like, you know, painted brick walls. It was very college. Being out of college, that makes sense. So this was before we had a car. So we'd asked a friend to drive us there and drop our stuff off. And then we were planning to like either walk back and forth to the hotel in the convention center or like take a taxi or an Uber or something. I think whenever we had stuff to carry, we'd like get a taxi. And then otherwise we'd walk just to save on cost. And we liked walking and stuff. So the first night, or one of the nights, might not have been the first. You're like, it was the end of the con. So it was like 9 o'clock-ish. It was dark out. We're like, okay, we're gonna walk to the campus. And so we followed the GPS and it led us to like a forest path up the mountain with no light. It was pitch black. We were like, we're gonna die. We're gonna be murdered. We're gonna be eaten by an animal. And like, in fact, there was one point where we got turned around and we like hit a road that didn't have like a way to cross it. Like the edge of the woods hit like a road and it had like big barriers and stuff. We were like, how the hell are we supposed to get across this? So we had to like double back and find a different way through. That was terrifying. We're like, let's get a taxi tomorrow. Oh my god, it was pitch black. And I was terrified our phones would turn off because like it was the end of the day. We'd been using our phones all day, so we didn't have very much battery to use like the flashlight. So getting back to our hotel was like a freaking horror game. It was also dumb to hike up a mountain after a convention because we were so tired. We slept well that night. Dang. It was dumb. I'd never do that again. Like, now we have a car of our own, so we could drive back and forth. But oh my god, it was so silly of us. I've gotta go. Have a great rest of the stream. Oh, thank you. Thank you for coming. I'm going to skedaddle. Goodbye. Thanks for coming. Goodness. Struggling with this guy's outfit. He's kind of boxy, but he's very oval. Yeah, that should be fine. He's just an extra. I shouldn't worry so much about it. Whoa! Whoops! Wrong button. Uniform. Should probably extend this. Oh, jeez. Matica, come here. Oh, dear.
Hey, stop.
Oh, please.
Have neighbors.
I get it. People are outside. It's very upsetting. How dare people be outside their house? Don't they know that this is their house and there's no people allowed anywhere near? What the heck? Woof woof woof. Exactly. Hi, honeysuckle. Hello, hello. How are you? How's it going? Been good. Hope you guys have been doing good too. Yeah, definitely. We've been chilling. We meant to stream on Friday, but then we forgot. We're really great at doing this whole YouTube thing, you know? But we're trying. We're trying our best. Just slowly working on things. I've been putting off drawing these characters forever. Don't know why. I guess it was just a lot of characters to design. My brain was like, no. No, thank you. Because they're needed for literally one panel. So, like, I have the rest. Because, like, I kind of draw things scene by scene. And treat that as, like, an update, if that makes sense. Yeah. So then I did all the other pages for this update, but then I had to draw all these extras. And I didn't want to. Because it's a lot of work. So now I'm doing it. Also, in the notes that Bones left me on the chapter, or the scene, I guess, is that the first page is a crowd scene because he hates me. That's what it said. There's hate in his heart. Easy. That cat is a triangle. Ba-da-bum. Ba-da-bum. I'm so sorry. Way. This guy needs like a fun collar on his little cloak. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Have a little flipped up collar and little buttons. There. just feel when I'm drawing extras like this, like figuring out like a crowd scene, I always feel like the designs are really repetitive. But I know part of that is like I don't want them so distinct that they like stand out. Like you want it to be simple enough where they just blend in with the background and look like they belong in the same kind of area, if that makes sense. I don't know, I just feel like they're boring. You can see things get less and less detailed because these two, it's like, oh, look at all the little details, and then it's like nothing. Oh well, I can go back. The important thing is these get done, not that they're perfect. Can make them perfect later. You're so real for that. Listen. I'm glad I'm not alone. I'm glad you're with me, honeysuckle. Just give her little crab claws. Crab cat. Nya nya nya. My art is such a tilt. You can always tell when I flip it because it'll be like everything's leaning off to the side. She's got one ear that's like smaller than the other. Oh well, again, it's just for reference. Just for reference. Doesn't have to be perfect. This little guy's my favorite. He's like a little kid. He's hanging out with his mom. Little widow. Little kitten. He's tiny. He's tiny. Little. Go nya nya. One more cat. Sorry for being so quiet, guys. You just get in the zone, you know? Okay, let's condense these so I can make more layers. The final stretch, exactly. Little hands. What even is drawing fingies? Could never be me. Okay, and then maybe her apron could be a little bit longer in the back. She's got her tail sticking out. There. Done. Maybe she needs... Yeah, like that. There. Look at all these little guys. So many little guys. Oh. Tons of little guys. Exactly. Yeah, you can see the detail like go downhill as it goes along. Starts out very detailed, and then it peters out. But I can go in and add more details after if I want, or take them away. Because they're background characters, they don't need lots of details. Alright, I think I might end stream here. But thank you all for joining me. I appreciate having your company. I have a problem with just throwing background characters into wearing tank tops and sweatpants. That is always a temptation. It's a little harder with like medieval, but I guess like the equivalent would be like a tunic and pants. So I'm trying not to just draw the tunic and pants. But I feel you. Like modern settings. Oh. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining me. Goodbye.